again in the crypto world, all of our friends out there that are following us in DeFi, IoT. Hey, let's talk about this DIMO project that people are doubting. You know, is it going to work with Helium? Or are you going to be able to mine Helium on it? Not. I'm seeing some misinformation given by a lot of YouTubers. Want to take a moment and clarify some things about this project. So please, don't go away. Stay with us for the next 10 minutes. We're just going to clarify a little bit about this DIMO project. Let's talk about it. Before we begin, I need to make a disclaimer. Here at DeFi IoT Latin America, we are not professional financial advisors, or are we paid by any company to promote certain products. We here at DeFi IoT Latin America, we invest our own money. We take our own risks. We learn, we make mistakes, and we share what we learn, our successes and our mistakes with you. So this video is for educational purposes only. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit the bell, give us a thumbs up, and write to us what more you'd like to learn. Let's go in now and see what else we can share with you. Okay, look, we've known about this project since December. I don't remember exactly when, but I think early December we found out about this project early on, and thought about jumping into this and getting involved and letting you know. We backed off because I wanted to get more information on it, because we had some concerns, which I'll let you know of at the end of this video. But we see other people out there, YouTubers, out talking about this DIMO project, this new apparently Helium that you can like put in your car and earn data rewards. And some are saying you can actually earn both these DIMO tokens and Helium tokens in the future, which is going to work on the 5G network for Helium. Well, let's clarify some of that a little bit. First of all, let's talk about what the project is. For those of you who don't know, I imagine you do, because other YouTubers out there that have the project, I know some of you accused us saying, well, you guys just repeat the same project other people repeat. Well, yeah, we do, but we like to give a different spin on it and do the research more in depth and studying white papers, etc. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't completely studied the white paper on this as I wanted to do over the last month because we've been so wrapped up in other projects. But I want to get out and to clarify a few things about this project and get to our concern. Now, do we see this project got some potential to it? Yeah, it could have potential to it, especially when you're talking about a device that's only going to cost $300. But it's also got a side to it in IoT that we need to be careful with. Many people think that IoT, is like Helium, where it's just going to create this network and other people are going to come in and their data is what's going to be, processed and what it's going to be used to be able to monitor or control certain aspects of data, whether environment, whether it's bicycles, scooters, or whatever. This is a different project in the fact that it actually processes your data of your vehicle, and how that can be used. That's the problem that concerns me in the future. So, but let's go and talk about the project. There are some upsides to it, some ways you can make tokens, especially if you drive a lot. So let's look at this a little bit. I'm not going to go a lot into it because a lot of people out there have already talked about this project. And again, I know people are going to say, well, you're talking about the same kind of project. No, we don't talk the same thing about the project. Most of the time, we will support a project here, or we will encourage a project that we're doing because we're doing it. We're showing what we're doing. This one, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to get one and I'm going to test it when it finally comes in later. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. Build a mobility applications with new primitives. Okay, look, this is basically talking about, this is one thing that catches my eye. Now, they're talking about a $1 trillion industry that can be reshaped by DIMO. Not to mention user cases not yet conceived. So there's really no specifications on the industry here. In the white paper, I'll do more homework on the white paper. I don't know if it's more specified. Anybody else I've watched so far hasn't got anything specific on this. A lot of people just go out and try to pump all the new projects. We don't try to pump all the projects. We try to give some, hey, here's some ways you can make passive income advice, but things that we feel are not going to jeopardize your personal data. If it's going to jeopardize your personal data, then we're going to let you know, look, this could jeopardize your personal data. This one is one that we think could jeopardize your personal data and actually, in the end, maybe do you more harm than good in the long term. However, we don't know that for a fact. So I'm going to share with you the opportunity and show you how you can get involved if you want to. And then when you get involved with it, please let us know. Write us below. Subscribe to us so you keep following us and hit that bell if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up so we can get our channel built up. We try to take a different spin than other YouTubers, do a lot of homework, and we try to apply things ourselves. Now, to get out there and let you know about opportunities, we got to jump into it before we get them. So, but everything we promote here, we are doing or we will be doing. Now, we will get one of these and we will do it, but it's going to take a few months. So if you get yours first, please let us know how you feel about it, if you feel secure or insecure about it. Let's look at this real quick. We're incentivizing and seeding developers to build applications from the data connectivity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they're actually going to make this so you can build on this open source software. Okay, I want to get into that. They're talking about developers coming in. Basically, it's like this. You have a supply side, right? So you're going to get paid out on supply side. That'll be if your data providers, that would be you, if you hook this device up in your car, and equipment manufacturers. Those will be the consumers, will be who are going to pay for this data, and the app developers, like we're talking about, okay, on that supply side. So let's go into here a little more. General facts. What is DIMO? DIMO is an open software platform that allows drivers to stream their vehicle data in exchange for tokens, practically employing a Web3 technology to build user-owned network that maximizes the value of IoT data and functionality while minimizing privacy and systemic risks. Okay, other people have talked about what this does. It just basically reports your data, especially on newer vehicles, because you have a lot of your newer vehicles are computer driven. And so it reports this data, and there's a lot of data already being reported, but we don't control that data. So this will actually give you more control over your data, apparently, and it will take this data into an area where they will use this data. Now, what's the main objective for this data? Well, they want to scale the deployment of key, look down here below, technologies like zero emissions and automated vehicles. Okay, so that's kind of an Agenda 2030 goal, right? That's going to come in and support that. This is where we threw up flags. I didn't see clarity on who these people were going to be using the data, and I didn't see clarity. I saw this flag go up on a 2030 agenda, which concerns me because that is against what DeFi is about. And it's actually, is that data really going to be secure? They say it's going to be blockchain, so it's going to be encrypted. But who's the end users? Who's going to use that data? Kind of like in Planet Watch. Who's going to be the end users of that data? And that's a concern, always. Now, so looking at this miner, you can see it's only $300 out of stock right now. They say they're going to get some more in soon. And we're going to show you how you can actually sign up for this. You can go down here and you can see this miner goes on your dashboard. Here's a picture of it here. It goes on your dashboard, sticks to your dashboard there. It's not actually too big, and it's not not very large. It's not very small either. So it looks like it's probably about like so. So this what this hotspot is going to do. Now there are talks the fact of they're working with Helium. This is going to connect to Helium 5G in the future. Well, Helium 5G's got a long ways to go. We're talking about maybe by the end of this year having 40,000 5G hotspots connected throughout all of the United States, right? And maybe that even includes some of Canada. But, so this has a use base for Helium that's maybe long-term down the road. So don't go buy this thinking this is another Helium device. And nowhere do I find, now you can correct me if I'm wrong here, please do, where it is going to mine HNT and also mine the DIMO token. I don't find that anywhere. Just that it is going to working with a possibility to work with Helium down the road and their 5G system. Okay, so this is not a Helium miner. And that's what we want to clear up right now. And some are promoting this as a Helium miner, getting the hype up for it. And a lot of people jump in and just buy these things. And unfortunately, if you don't jump in and buy one, you don't get one until later. but they're going to come out with another device, not this one, but another device apparently is going to be the one that will adapt with Helium. So that is in the works apparently, but it's not this device. Now this one sold out, it's $300. Who knows what's going to come out at price later. I want to jump back into the review real quick now. You see, so here we have the actual supply side. Data providers, equipment manufacturers will receive the tokens. There are 1 billion tokens in total that will be issued. So it is definitely limited amount of tokens, right? And 1 billion tokens is not really a lot of tokens. Data consumers and the app developers will pay also into this. It's going to be 1 token. We'll pay into this, so that will also then allow the funding for those who are giving the data, right? And allow the company to exist. So they have to take this data and they have to deliver this data. And as I said, their goal here is a deployment of key technologies like zero emissions and automated vehicles. Now, how do you get into this? How do you get this? Well, you go in the same site. If you want to get in here, you just go in down here and you click in. It's going to take you to here. You can open up through Google account, or you can open up through one of your vehicle accounts. And you'll come in here and you can add new vehicle. You write in here, start writing your vehicle in here and your year. You add vehicle. Then it asks for your VIN number. You put your VIN number in, and then your vehicle is registered, as well as you will be on a waiting list, apparently. So what is DIMO? Well, it's the DIMO is the ERC20 token, which also throws up a flag. It's very expensive. See, there's a 1 billion token supply that's going to exist. And right now, all of it's being held. None of it's out available right now. It's still brand new. This is going to roll out in the next month. So this project's really new. That's why we delayed and I'm giving this to you, because there's really not a lot of information on this. Don't want you to just jump into something that we don't know if it's going to actually be secure for your data and or just how it's going to play out. So we waited a bit, but we felt we needed to get to our subscribers as well and give our input on this new device, right? Staking is going to be available as well. You know, we're not big on staking, but here's one thing I want to get to conclude. You're going to be being sensitive to the fact that many consumers may not be interested in acquiring or holding DIMO token. We will make use of data unions or brokers, in other words, places where you can actually spend that data, in such end consumers like Geico, Waz, Vroom, JD Power, that can transact using traditional services, contracts, and fiat money. And let's go ahead and take a look at, for example, who do we have here? Here's Vroom, right? Vroom. What's Vroom do? Well, Vroom buys and sells vehicles. That's not going to let me in here. They buy and sell or trade used vehicles. That's what Vroom does. So you can actually possibly use those to buy and sell or trade vehicles. Now, when I went into the page earlier and it opened, for some reason not letting me in now, it actually showed information on the vehicles. Okay. So what if your vehicle is one of those vehicles that you want to sell or trade? Like all that data, whether it's negative data, how about if you were speeding, that data, you know, all the data is on there. So there's really no guesswork into buying or selling a vehicle. Now, that's not bad. That keeps things honest, right? I don't see that as a bad thing. Here's where I get concerned. Another client is going to be Geico. Geico's insurance, car insurance. Now, there's where it can affect you. If you're not maintaining your vehicle enough or well enough, and that's another thing too. You don't maintain it well enough. On the other side, you know, as a consumer, me buying it, I'll know if that vehicle is well maintained or not. So I guess that's good because there's clarity. There's nothing wrong with that. It's transparency. But here's where I'm concerned. Geico's insurance. Now, you're going to be able to use these tokens to be able to provide insurance. But at what point does not the insurance agency use this data, like with Planet Watch and others, to be able to rate you and give you a rating and a cost for your type of driving habits year to year to year? That is a concern of ours. Now, following up, you come here, you have Waz, which also is another place where you could, for traffic, and you can share in the congestion for traffic, and kind of, you know, that can kind of a readout there. I'm not really sure what Waz is. Wasn't really concerned for me here. And JD Power Associates, was it going to rank your car as well? This could also be something that could be used, both transparency and could be used against us. Now, those are concerns. Now, what we're going to do, I'll put the links below. If you actually want to get involved with this, go ahead. Please let us know how it works. We're going to get involved. We're going to get one of our vehicles involved, and then let us know how this works for you and how you feel about your data. But just let's keep communicating, please. write us below, give us a thumbs up so we get this out to everybody else. We want to build a database up to see if these devices and other devices begin to abuse our data. We need to let people know, because IoT is a plan, a future through Amazon, AWS, Google, and others to be able to collaborate data. Remember, data is more wealthier than oil at this point. So let's make sure our IoT devices are going to be secured. Our data is going to be used for proper reasonings and not be abused or used against us. We don't want to give or be bought data that's going to come back to haunt us later. DeFi IoT in America, don't go away. We're going to keep you posted.